Hello, and welcome to the React.js Getting Started course from Pluralsight. This course was first published shortly after the React.js library was open sourced, but I've re-recorded the entire course to work with the latest version of React today. All the examples we do in this course should work on any React version greater than 16.8. In this course, we're covering the fundamentals of the React.js library. No previous React.js experience is required to take this course. We will be starting from level 0, but you do need some JavaScript experience first. To be specific about that requirement, you need to know how to define and use JavaScript variables holding scalar values, objects, and arrays. You need to know how to define and use functions and classes. You need to know the basics of working with loops and conditionals. I have some resources here for you if you don't feel completely comfortable with the basics of the JavaScript language. I have a book and a bunch of interactive labs that you can try as well. The book is for the complete beginner, and the labs cover some important fundamental concepts in JavaScript like function scopes and closures. I recommend that you check them out first. If you're coming to React with some previous knowledge of JavaScript, but you have not used the modern features of the language that were added in the past few years, that is not a problem. This course has a module to introduce these features. In that course module, I'll cover things like arrow functions, destructuring, REST spread operators, classes, and more. We will not be using advanced JavaScript. A basic knowledge of the language will be enough for you to survive this course. However, you're likely to run into problems that are related to the language syntax rather than the React.js API. I've written an article on JS Complete about the common problems learners usually face when working with the React.js library. Scan through this article quick and keep it for your reference when you run into a problem while taking this course. Also remember that you can always ask for help in the Discussions tab available in this course page. Pluralsight mentors actively monitor these discussions forums, but please be as descriptive as you can when you ask a question. Share your code, list any errors you're getting, and share a screenshot if you can. And when sharing your code, don't paste it directly here. This discussion tool is not good for that. Use a GitHub gist or something similar. Quick side note about the very important pause button in your video player. You're going to need to use it a lot in this course. I often get complaints that my Pluralsight courses are a bit fast and it's hard for people to keep up. This is not because I talk fast. This is because the courses are tightly edited with no breaks. A lot of content is intentionally jammed into a short course. You should use the pause and rewind buttons and control the play speed if you need to. Every time I ask a question, pause the video and think about it. Every time I use something that you've never seen before, pause the video and Google it. Rewind and watch things many times if you need to. If you're used to the pace of on-site workshops, you'll find the pace here much faster. The pause and rewind buttons are your best friends. Also, in some of the modules of this course, I'll be presenting you with challenges. Pause the videos and do these challenges. The best way to learn is really to do. I'll also ask a lot of questions in this course, and I'll answer these questions right after, but I want you to imagine yourself in an interview for a job about React.js and treat these questions as if they were your interview questions. Try to answer them first before you listen to me answering them. Here's your first interview question. Why do you like React? Whether you have formed an opinion about React or not, as a React developer, you should know the strengths and weaknesses of the library. Let's talk about that next.